It's time for Medford Rogues baseball as the Rogues take on the best of the West in the Great West League. Don't miss a minute of the action. Listen to every Medford Rogues game all season long, live on MedfordRogues.com. Now, it's time for Medford Rogues baseball. Here's the voice of the Rogues, Brian Schnee.
A good Saturday evening to you, live in Lincoln, California. This is Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. It's a special evening for folks here at McBean Memorial Park. It is a fireworks night, so we're excited to be alongside with them. It's a packed house for you back here on MedfordRogues.com. That's the perspective I'll give it to you. It is a busy evening here at the ballpark, as the Medford Rogues, currently 6-5, fell last night in this very ballpark, 9-6 the final. They are looking to get revenge here for Game 2 against the Lincoln Potters, who come in tonight at 8-2. We've got the starting lineups for you, but first, a conversation with manager Josh Hogan before tonight's game.
All right, Coach, first things first, you've got a veteran on the mound tonight. That's kind of nice. I know pitching league-wide has kind of been a struggle. You've seen it. You've dealt it. Are you excited to have Jamie Flynn back here and chucking for the Rogues tonight?
Yeah, you know, Jamie's fifth year, I think, with the Rogues, maybe fourth. He's been a long-time Rogue, though, and he always brings great energy, whether or not he's on the field or off the field. It's always great to have Flynn in the dugout with his great positive energy. He's a smart kid. Obviously, he goes to Cornell. And this year he did really well at Cornell. He had about a mid-2 ERA, but that was only because of his second to last outing. He gave up a couple runs on an unfortunate play by his center fielder. But so he could have been under. He was under 1 ERA for most of the year. So we're looking forward to seeing what Jamie's going to bring to the Rogues this year. It's a senior, it's a veteran, Jamie Flynn. I think he'll be more composed and be ready to go out there and compete for us.
You've had a couple guys really turn it on at the plate as well. I hate to put you on the spot here, but who's really impressed you at the plate? I mean, you got a couple guys you have Davis DeLorte, who's almost hit for the cycle last night.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's kind of a different few guys each night, and it's nice that you can rely on a bunch of different guys to go out there, and you can rely on them to get quality at bats for you and just battle and grind up there. And we sting the ball really well. You know, we put very good contact on it. We don't hit a ton of bombs. They've been more lately, but we've really been hitting the ball well to all sides of the field. And it's nice when you can have your 8 and 9 hitters, have 2 or 3 hits each, and then you put them up to the front of the lineup, and you can exchange it and be just fine with it, because all these guys can hit very well. So it's just kind of a matchup thing for the lineups and how they're doing, who's hot kind of thing.
I know it's a long season. Obviously, we're early. I mean, we're through maybe 10 games, 11 games total. But how much would a win mean right now on the road, late in the road series? I guess a good team like Lincoln, the class of the Great West League right now.
I think a win would be huge for us. It'd be for morale. Right now, we're down really low, position player wise and pitching wise. Bullpen and looking for those quality starters still to get those 6 quality starters. We still have about 8 pitchers coming in, possibly more at the end of the season. So now 8 to 10 new pitchers, and we got 3 or 4 position players we're still waiting on. And having 3 of them hurt right now that have gotten hurt on this road trip, it's going to be a little tough today to manage the position player wise of it. Dylan Pierce is actually our only bat off the bench today. And he's a pitcher only, but that's where we're at today. But when we get back, we'll have some guys, a lot more guys, and it'll be a lot more easy and comfortable to put out a lineup and not have to, worry about guys getting banged up and having to run a pitcher out there. So if we can scrap out a win, today, it's going to be very nice.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Lincoln 8-2, Medford 6-5. A special first pitch being held here at the ballpark as some of the characters from, of course, your favorite Star Wars movies out there accompanying tonight's first pitch. We've got the whole crew here tonight. I did put a picture up on our Medford Rogues Twitter account, at Medford Rogues. Also, you can follow us on Instagram, at Medford Rogues, on Facebook, at Medford Rogues Baseball. We're a couple minutes away from the first pitch here tonight at McBean Memorial Park. It's Brian Schnee with you live here on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. It's game 2 of 3 here between the Medford Rogues and the Lincoln Potters, live from Lincoln, California, with your starting lineups and your opening pitch coming up next here on MedfordRogues.com.
At People's Bank, we know that banking doesn't have to be complicated. Good banking happens when we put people first. Here at People's Bank, we're for the people with big dreams. We're here for families working on creating a better life for their children. We're for businesses investing locally to create a better community we're proud to call home. This is Ken Troutman, president of People's Bank. When we put people first, families grow stronger, businesses thrive, and our community flourishes. People's Bank, we put people first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Beautiful rendition with some fireworks here in Lincoln, California. It's Star Wars night here at the ballpark. Nice to have you with us. Brian Schnee with you here live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Should be a good one here this evening as the Medford Rogues look to battle back after a loss last night, right back here at the ballpark, that final 9-6. Valley Immediate Care is a proud sponsor of our Rogues broadcast team. Valley Immediate Care has locations in both North and South Medford, Ashland, Grants Pass, and Brookings, offering urgent care, occupational health, physicals, laser services, and more. Head to valley-ic.com for more information. Now time for the Valley Immediate Care pregame injury report. And sadly for the Medford Rogues, we do have a couple injuries to report. Scotty Wright not in the starting lineup tonight. Irritated left knee stemming from the series in Marysville. Injured last night was Jake Gazzo. He will sit out tonight as well with an ankle sprain, potentially a higher ankle sprain. And also out tonight, Clay Valenzuela-Reese, who injured himself sliding into second base last night. Starting batting lineup for your Medford Rogues are as advertised. The shortstop, number 18, Davis DeLorfis, will lead off. Batting in the 2 spot, the right fielder, number 20, Dante Gutierrez. Batting third, the left fielder, number 2, Johnny De La Cruz. Batting cleanup tonight, the center fielder, number 27, Jake Helwig. Batting fifth, the second baseman, number 10, Connor Lowry. Batting sixth, the catcher, number 24, Alex Isola. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 7, Josh Berman. Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 32, Jaden France. Batting ninth, the designated hitter, number 15, Taylor Frost. And pitching tonight for the Medford Rogues, Ashland, Oregon's Jamie Flynn, product of Cornell University. In left for the Potters is Austin Swift. In center, Zach Hoffman. In right, Zach Hall. At third base tonight, Braden DiBenedictis. At shortstop, Jake Boyd. At second, Cameron Castanueda. And at first, Joey Torres. The catcher tonight, Mason Allen. And pitching tonight, Nolan Bogini. And here we are. Baseball. Doesn't get much better. Great crowd on hand tonight. Some folks shuffling in here. Nice to be with you here in Lincoln, California. And we're about to get going for the first pitch here at the ballpark. Brian Schnee with you live here on MedfordRogues.com. Bogini, the right-hander, deals the first pitch. Called strike. Count is 0-1. We are officially underway here in Lincoln, California. Lincoln 8-2, Medford 6-5. Bogini deals the pitch. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. For number 18, Davis DeLorfis, the count is no balls and 2 strikes. Bogini has the count at 0-2. The pitch. Off the plate, 1 ball, 2 strikes. DeLorfis, a .296 hitter, 27 at-bats, 8 hits, 3 runs, 8 RBI, had a single, double, and triple last night. Here's the 1-2 from Bogini. Hit hard to the left side. The third baseman fires over to first, and a routine out after Braden DiBenedictis fires to first for the first out of the top of the first inning. Lots of firsts here as DeLorfis goes down. Dante Gutierrez, the right fielder, will step in. One of the steadier hitters this season is Gutierrez. .278, 7 RBI, 10 hits in 36 at-bats. He's also walked 11 times, second most on the team. So Bogini has 1 out here in the top of the first inning. Brian Schnee with you here live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group. First pitch inside part of the plate for a strike. The count is 0-1. Chico in Portland also underway in Portland, Oregon, and Yuba City taking on Marysville. That game in Marysville, California at Calusa Casino Stadium. Count is 1-1 to Dante Gutierrez. Gutierrez, left-handed hitter against the right-hander Bogini, who deals the 1-1. Hit hard to the right side, scooped up by the second baseman and fired to first. Nice play by Castanueda for out number 2. This will bring up Johnny De La Cruz, a .262 hitter this season, 11 hits, 11 runs, 13 walks to lead the team with 6 RBI. De La Cruz also has 2 stolen bases this season. There are 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. First pitch from Bogini is lifted down the right side. Going to be a tough play for Castanueta, but he chases it down the right field line and gets the out. 3 up, 3 down for the Medford Rogues. Scoreless to the top half of the first inning. We'll go to the bottom of the first. We'll let you know the Lincoln Potters starting batting lineup and the Medford Rogues fielding assignments as we join you in the bottom of the first inning from Lincoln, California. When we return, you're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on MedfordRogues.com. Welcome back to McBean Memorial Park here in Lincoln, California. Brian Schnee with you live on MedfordRogues.com. Nice to have you all with us on a beautiful night in Lincoln. It is a Star Wars night. We're happy to bring you the starting lineups for the Lincoln Potters here at home. Leading things off in center field, number 13, Zach Hoffman. Batting in the 2 spot, the shortstop, number 6, Jake Boyd. Batting third, the designated hitter, number 22, Derek Molina. Batting fourth, the left fielder, number 11, Austin Swift. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 26, Braden DeBenedictis. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 7, Zach Hall. Batting seventh, the first baseman, number 21, Joey Torres. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 20, Mason Allen. And batting ninth, the second baseman, number 15, Cameron Castanueta. Let's give you the fielding assignments for the Medford Rogues. In left tonight, Johnny De La Cruz. In center, Jake Helwig. In right, Dante Gutierrez. At third, Josh Berman. At shortstop, Davis DeLorfis. At second base tonight, Connor Lowry. And at first base, Jaden France. Alex Isola is the catcher for Jamie Flynn, making his first appearance for the Medford Rogues this season here in the bottom of the first inning. It's nice to have you with us. Brian Schnee with you live from Lincoln, California. Stepping in is the left-handed batter, Zach Hoffman. From the stretch, Jamie Flynn hurls a strike. The count is 0-1. Flynn now making his appearance for the Rogues in his 3rd season with Medford Rogues Baseball. A junior product of Cornell University, deals the 0-1. Outside, count is 1-1. Count is 1-1. Flynn will catch the sign from Alex Isola. Comes to a stretch and deals the 1-1 pitch. Up and away, 2 balls, 1 strike. Zach Hoffman, the hitter for the Lincoln Potters. Hoffman, a .294 hitter. Scoreboard is out. They need some batteries here at the ballpark. The pitch, Hoffman fouls it away. Count is 2 balls and 2 strikes to Zach Hoffman, the leadoff hitter. Lincoln Potters here in the bottom of the first inning. Brian Schnee with you live here on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. This is Medford Rogues Baseball. The 2-2 pitch on the way. Hoffman hits it hard to Josh Berman over at third. He fires to first in time after knocking it down with the body. And he gets the out recorded. This will bring up Jake Boyd, the shortstop, one of 3 hitters for the Lincoln Potters, hitting over 400 on the season. Boyd, a .410 hitter, 39 at-bats, 16 hits, 9 runs, 7 doubles, and 4 RBI. Boyd will step in the right-handed batter's box against Jamie Flynn. Flynn catches the sign from Alex Isola and comes to his set. Flinner deals. Fouled away, count 0-1. Boyd has 8 walks on the season, tied for most on the team with Will Law. Count is 0-1. Flynn deals the 0-1. Fouled straight back. No balls, 2 strikes. Flynn is demanding on the mound tonight. Good velocity for Jamie, who just rolled into town yesterday. Count is 0-2. Boyd steps in. Flynn comes to his set. Here's the 0-2 pitch. A dribbler to the second baseman, scooped up by Connor Lowry, and he fires to first. Weird to call Connor Lowry's name over at second. That's the first time he's made an appearance in the infield all season. Connor has been the starting center fielder all season long for the Medford Rogues until tonight. Derek Molina will step in the left-handed batter's box for the Lincoln Potters. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Flynn comes to his set. Leg kicks and fires. Nice curveball in there for a strike. Jamie demanding and commanding on that first pitch. Right across the outer half, and the count is 0-1. Flynn will come to his set. Leg kicks and fires. Outside, count is 1-1. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. No hits across for either team, and the count is 1-1. Flynn comes to his set with the 1-1. Leg kicks and fires. Curveball got him swinging. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Flynn, a product of Ashland, Oregon, an Ashland Grizzly. Also played American Legion Baseball for the Medford Mustangs, who have won 3 straight state championships in the state of Oregon. Next pitch inside, nearly hit him, and the count is 2-2. Cloud cover giving away to no shadows here tonight, completely different than what we saw last night here at McBean Memorial Park. Crowd is, gotta say, much bigger than last night. Last night's attendance about 700. We've already eclipsed that, no doubt, here at the ballpark. Here's the 2-2 from Jamie Flynn. Foul down the left side, and the count remained 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the count is 2-2 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com. Flynn has the 2-2. Leg kicks, fires, and that one just slowing out. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Justin Havey behind home plate, Bill Shortridge in the field. Those are your umpires for tonight. Flynn has the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. The right-hander goes to the plate. Outside for ball 4. So a 2-out walk issued by Jamie Flynn as the Potters have a runner on. Austin Swift will step in. The left fielder batting cleanup. Swift hitting just 118 on the season with 3 RBI, 3 walks, 2 doubles, and a run. Swift steps in the right-handed batter's box with Molina over at first. Flynn comes to his set. Leg kicks, fires, and the first pitch is a strike. Uncontested by Swift, and the count is 0-1. Flynn quick to work, getting the sign from Alex Isola. And the 0-1 on the way. He deals. Curveball low. Count is 1-1. Again, nice to have you with us live on MedfordRogues.com. Beautiful night for baseball here in Lincoln, California. Second meeting between the Medford Rogues and the Lincoln Potters here of this 3-game series. We're back with you tomorrow night as well. A 6:05 first pitch here at the ballpark. Flynn looks at first, goes to the plate. The 1-1. Just low, 2 balls and a strike. Thanks to all of you for joining us live on MedfordRogues.com. I know I see the stream buffering. I apologize. There's a lot of people here in the ballpark tonight. The 2-1 fouled away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. the count to Austin Swift. 2 away, runner over at first for the Lincoln Potters here in the bottom of the first inning. Lincoln jumped out to an early lead last night. They scored all of their 9 runs in the first 4 innings. Here's the 2-2 on the way. Runner is off. Isola going to cannon down, and that one's going to get into center field. They'll test the arm of Jake Helwig. He fires to third. Josh Berman goes up and gets it as the runner advances to third base after that throw gets away from Connor Lowry. So Swift now has a runner in scoring position. That runner being Derek Molina, 90 feet away. And the count is full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Flynn comes to a set. Runner over at third, here's the 3-2. Flynn deals the payoff pitch. Curveball hit hard to the left side. That's going to be in for a base hit. An RBI single on a 2-out rally here in the bottom of the first inning for the Lincoln Potters, and they are on top 1-0. Swift picks up the RBI.
Next up for your Potters, number 26, from the University of Utah, Braden DeBenedictis.
DeBenedictis will step in, his first plate appearance tonight. .419 hitter is Braden DeBenedictis. 13 hits, 11 runs. That leads the team. 7 RBI. Also leads the team in strikeouts to go along with runs scored, so there is some give and take there. First pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Swift over at first. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. The 1-0 pitch, fouled away, 1-1. Other games going on tonight. Yuba City taking on Marysville. The Gold Sox jumped out to a 3-1 lead in the bottom of the second inning. Chico on top of Portland tonight in the top of the third inning. 2-1 the score from Walker Stadium in Portland, Oregon. Check over at first. Tag applied by Jaden France. And Swift is in safely. Count is 1-1. Flynn comes to a set. He'll deal the 1-1. 2 outs. Up and away and out of play. The count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bottom of the first inning, it's a 1-0 lead for the Lincoln Potters. We're on a beautiful Saturday evening in Lincoln, California. It is Star Wars night, so you'll see some Star Wars characters, and they are mighty real looking. They are invading the ballpark, taking over seats, taking names. Swing and a miss for strike 3 as Flynn gets DeBenedictis to strike out. But they will score a run here in the bottom of the first inning. The Potters lead 1-0. We will go to the top of the second. It's Medford Rogues Baseball presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on MedfordRogues.com. Top of the second inning. Nice to have you with us here on MedfordRogues.com. Brian Schnee with you. A 1-0 lead for Lincoln as the sun comes out to start the top of the second inning. Jake Hellwig swings and misses at the first pitch. The count is 0-1 against the right-hander Bogini. Nolan Bogini went 1-2-3 in the top of the first. Steps back in. Count is 1-1 to Jake Hellwig. Hellwig hits one sky high to right center field. The center fielder, Zach Hoffman, is there to make the catch for out number one. So Connor Lowry will step in, tonight's second baseman for your Medford Rogues. So Lowry steps in with no one on and one out. You're in the top of the second inning. First pitch from in and out of the shadows is swung on a miss for strike number one. Next pitch inside, 1-1. As Lowry fouls it away, the count is 1-2 strikes. Count is 1-2. And the 1-2 swung and a miss for strike three. Lowry goes down swinging for out number two. Alex Isola will step in.
Now batting for Medford, number 24, catcher Alex Isola.
First pitch swinging by Isola drops in for a leadoff single with 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. I call it a leadoff single, but at least it's something. Isola will get some applause here from his hometown fans. And he had a great game last night, registering a couple hits here in front of his Lincoln, California faithful. A 2-out single for Alex Isola brings up Josh Berman.
And he is our Chewbacca-themed goat batter of the evening. Whenever the goat batter comes up to bat, make sure to cheer extra loud, folks, because if he strikes out, you all get $1 off Goat House Brewery's Dirt Bags Red Ale.
2 outs, runner on first. The pitch, up and away, 1-0. The Rogues would like to thank our friends at Avista, serving Medford since 1906. Avista has created opportunities, sparked imaginations, and fueled innovation. Today, as they celebrate more than a century of service, the folks at Avista are committed as ever to helping the communities they serve to grow and prosper. Head to avistautilities.com. Count is 1-1 to Josh Berman. Count is 1-1 in the righty-righty matchup. Isola at first. Bogini deals the 1-1. It's upstairs. 2 balls and a strike. Count is 2 balls, 1 strike, with 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. The 2-1. Upstairs, 3-1. Count is 3 balls and a strike. Here's the 3-1 pitch from Bogini with a runner on first. Just a piece caught by Josh Berman, and the count is full at 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. A packed evening here in Lincoln. Star Wars night, and The name must escapes me, but there are some great noises going on when Josh Berman is in between pitches. It's quite humorous. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Isola is off. Ball 4. The noises will cease, and Jaden France will step in. Isola at second, Berman at first. Jaden France steps in.
And of course, goats. No Chewbacca, but goats. Plenty of goats. And that brings up to bat for the Rogues.
So Jaden France will step in tonight. France, a .250 hitter, limited at bats this season, is primarily a pitcher for the Medford Rogues, but gets his first start in the field this season over at first. 2 outs. Bogini delivers. France, big swing, fouls it away. Count 0-1. Count is 0-1 with 2 outs. So let's set the scene for you. Top 2 outs, runners on second and third with a count at 1-1 for Jaden France, the 8-hitter in tonight's lineup. Lincoln scored in the bottom half of the first inning with 2 outs. Everything happened with 2 outs. After Jamie Flynn walked Derek Molina, Austin Swift had an RBI single. So now a 1-0 lead for Lincoln. The Rogues trying to get it back. The 1-1. Bogini deals. Hit hard down the left side. Going to have to be a strong throw across the diamond. The scoop by the first baseman was mighty fine. Joey Torres there on the short hop. And the Lincoln Potters get out of the inning. It's a 1-0 lead for Lincoln as they step back up to the plate here in the bottom of the second inning. You're listening to Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on MedfordRogues.com. Most do-it-yourselfers know that if you do it yourself, you get more for your money at No Frills Flooring. Get the absolute best prices on carpet, vinyl, laminate, natural stone, porcelain tile, and granite slabs for countertops. No Frills Flooring is a wholesale supplier of floor covering materials targeted to serve the construction industry and do-it-yourselfers. With a large selection of the most desired products available at the lowest prices, they want to help you with your project. Stop in at one of the stores located on Ross Sanley Drive in Medford or East Street in Grants Pass, or visit nofrillsflooring.com. As Allen steps in. A .250 hitter, 4 hits, 6 runs, and 4 RBI. First pitch from Flynn out of the zone, 1 ball, no strikes. Flynn comes to his set again with the 1-0 and 2 outs. Swing and a miss by Allen, and the count is 1-1. The right-hander deals. The 1-1 pitch on the way. Called strike at the knees on the inside part of the plate, and the count is 1-2 with 2 outs. The 1-2 from Flynn. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Allen goes down, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Lincoln Potters as Jamie Flynn gets his second strikeout of the night in his debut for the Medford Rogues in the 2017 campaign. 1-0 lead, 2 complete. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. This is Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com. Brought to you in Lincoln, California. A beautiful night. Jamie Flynn getting a little help from the defense there in the bottom of the second inning. Nice play out in center by Jake Helwig, sliding and making a grab, and then tracking in right was Dante Gutierrez for out number 2. Mason Allen struck out on the heater from Flynn. 1-0 lead for Lincoln. 9-1-2 for the Medford Rogues here in the top of the third inning. It is a 1-0 lead for Lincoln as Taylor Frost steps in for the Medford Rogues. Frost hitting just .154, 13 at-bats on the season. First pitch, up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the 1-0. Bogini gets the called strike. Not much effort there by the catcher Allen to frame the pitch, but that one a little inside, called a strike. Count is 1-1. Bogini delivers. Hit hard by Taylor Frost, scooped up by the third baseman, and DeBenedictis fires it over to first for the out. This will bring up Davis DeLorfis, who also grounded out to third. One away here in the top of the third inning. Bogini on the mound. Catches the sign and deals to DeLorfis. First pitch, outside, 1-0. A 1-0 lead for Lincoln. They scored the bottom of the first inning. Here's the 1-0 from the right-hander. Hit to the left side. The shortstop gets a friendly bounce, and Jake Boyd throws him out. 2 quick outs to the left side of the infield, and there's 2 away here in the top of the third inning. Couple scores from Great West League action. Marysville on top of Yuba City 3-2 in the top of the third. We are all even at 2 apiece between Chico and Portland in the bottom of the third inning as well. 2 outs here in the top of the third. Dante Gutierrez steps in. Rogues did get a hit with 2 outs. in the second inning. Alex Isola was stranded at third. 2 away, Gutierrez sees the first pitch outside corner, called strike. Here's the 0-1. Outside, 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Bogini deals up and away, 2 balls and a strike. And the count is 2-1. The pitch from Bogini on the 2-1 count. Called strike, the count is 2-2. Here's the 2-2 from the right-hander. Hit again to the left side. Boyd scoops up at short, fires to first in time. 3 straight ground outs to third, short, and short. 3 up, 3 down for the Medford Rogues for the third inning. We are still identical to where we were when we entered the top of the third. It's a 1-0 lead for Lincoln. To the bottom half we go. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on MedfordRogues.com.